Unus Annus was something different. Something meant to be destroyed. It had a lifespan of only 1 year. And that wasn't long enough for most people. Even them. Even they wanted more time. But we don't get that. This is life. We don't get more time. So I'm just here to talk about my thoughts and my experience with the channel and the legacy it's left behind. I watched since the very beginning, since the crazy spiral and the two suits just sitting there telling you, hey, we're just making this and it's all gonna go. But that was the point. It was all supposed to go. So I watched every video after school every day, just like, oh wow, they did this today. They had some great videos. Let me just pull up. I have a full document of some things I just wanted to remember. Like the first video, oh, that was weird. Well, technically second because the first was the spiral thing, but the second one, I'm just not going to mention that. They did so many different things, from baby hands operation to drawing memes from memory, acupuncture, beating Mark's van with a bat. There's so many things. Santa's mukbang, that was good. They just drank eggnog the entire time. And they just did whatever they did for 1 day, uploaded it, and were happy with it. And they were able to do that because they just blew up, which I wish I could do, of course. But people enjoyed what they had, and in the final moments, they begged. They begged for it not to be deleted. But that's not the point. Life is temporary, and we don't have as much time as we thought. So it was going to have to go eventually. Like, even in 2 months in, they bought a casket already. In the finale, we got to see it. It was great. The 12-hour live stream, I watched almost all of it. And I filmed the last 5 minutes of it, but I'm not going to post it because I want them to rest. I want their work to be honored just like they asked us to, and to not show anything. And their year wasn't perfect as much as ours. Beginning 3 months, I think? 3 or 4 months, quarantine happened. So they were stuck on the internet talking to each other, which really hurt the videos personally, but they still made their best out of it. No matter how bad an idea was, they made it funny with their great comedic duo between the two. Unus and Annus were like their own characters of Mark and Ethan, and they went with it, and it worked really well. I enjoyed the comedy. Maybe not everyone, some of my friends don't care, but this is my channel. I can post whatever the heck I want. And that's the message of that too. They posted whatever the heck they want. They didn't care how it went. Maybe they hated some of it, but it was what they posted for that day, and they just kept it up. And they really just helped me to just say, hey, make what you want to make. Do what you want to do. Don't let anyone discourage you. And do your best in all your work, because you don't know how much time you have left. I don't know how much time. I'm 16, but I'm getting going. I'm doing the things I want to do. I am really just pushing on with every project. I have a couple things coming. Can't say exactly what those are, but they'll be good. And during Quarantanas, some of the good videos for that were the Illuminati, did they exist? Google Translate, that was really funny. And they just took simple things like Google Translate. They took a simple concept and then somehow pulled it out into a 10-minute video. There was one near the end where it's just Mark opening Ethan's bottle, and they made that into a 10-minute long video, and it was still entertaining. When I get better and I continue, I hope I can do that. I'll still be mainly gaming, but I want to focus on not just gaming, more stuff. I want to be different. I want to branch out. I'm not just going to be gaming forever, you know? I have so much more to offer than just one thing. I mean, I'll grow with this because that's what's working right now. But maybe sometime soon in the summer, I will just throw a loophole in the style. Why did I say loophole? I don't know. But back to Unus Annus. Really, those final moments, it was actually peaceful. It was literally like a funeral. It was like someone was literally dying. And it was peaceful just watching the final seconds of that clock. Their super iconic clock. If anyone doesn't know what Unus Annus is, the clock is like the biggest thing that you could remember. Or the skulls, or the black and white, but the clock just ever ticking. At the end of every video, the clock ticked. We knew how much time, and then it came sooner than we thought, but it's exactly when we thought. We knew it was going to come, and even they weren't ready. But that clock hit 0. They hit the delete button. In the stream, there was chat still going, but the video turned black. And then it took a couple seconds, and I, for some reason, got into another video of theirs for like 2 seconds, but then I reloaded it again, and it was all gone. All the great videos, all the great stuff, which I'll go into later, but I'm really just talking about the channel as a whole before I go into what I wanted and what my favorites were. And yeah, it was nice. The 12 hours of just them going back through. I had my computer, and then I had on my phone whatever videos I wanted to watch before the time ran out, because there were some great ones that I didn't want to miss one more time. I screen recorded a couple things, but I'm not going to post those. I'm never going to post those. But they're like these tiny little moments, like none of them more than 4 minutes long, of just moments I have to have. And I think that's what everyone did, but to honor them, I'm not going to post it. It's just for me to keep small little bits of something iconic. It's like taking a photo, basically, or filming a video, but I'm filming a video of a video that's gone now. Similar to that. And you can only cherish the memories and the photos and whatever you have of those people when they're gone. And basically, they started with general videos, and then Quarantinus hit, which meant they had to go to quarantine. And then they came back with, oh, what a video. I will go into that later. But they came back, and then they really tried to ramp it up. And during the end, about right when Camp Unus Annus hit, if you know what that is, you know what that is. That's when they started peaking that quality. And they continued that right to the end. They got really serious, and then they had a couple just fun videos to finish it off, and then the final live stream, and it was great. Honestly, I can't wait to see what they do next. I want to do stuff. They've inspired me to continue going. And just go for whatever. And I hope people will like it. Because as they said, you're putting a piece of yourself out there. Which is what I'm going to do. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully whatever. But they put themselves out there for all of us just to be temporary. And that's what we're all going to be. And we hope we can leave our impact just like they did. All those 4.5 million people, they're not going to forget it. Some people got tattoos, some people made fan art, whatever. They're not going to forget it. I'm making this video. I'm not going to forget it. Because, geez, was it an experience. Okay, now to my personal favorites. So, my personal favorite moment from the entire series was the paintball finale. This is when Ethan finally becomes a man. This video is great. It's just Ethan and Mark building a doghouse, but since the Impossible Whopper video, where Mark got shot with a paintball gun every time he said a certain word, Ethan shot him twice at the end, and then Mark's like, you have to get shot once. And he's like, no, and then they make a deal of Ethan can be shot whenever Mark wants. Doesn't matter where he is, what they're doing, but he can get shot. And this is the culmination of that. So they're just building Mark's dog Chica a doghouse. And then Mark literally goes, he's like, oh, I forgot something. He goes and measures 10 feet, and he's like, Ethan, get on your knees, holding the gun in him. And it's the funniest and most intense interaction. But it's just a paintball gun. But blending together, they're able to make it great. And I love that. Like, I hope I can do that with whoever I work with in the future. I'm going to get some of my friends in here. I'm going to get lots of people. I hope I could do... I don't want to recreate what they do, but I want to have that same kind of comedic duo. Like, I'm not funny. I'm not that funny at all. I'm not funny. But I have to work on that, so I have a lot to work on. But They really set the bar high there. I also really liked their more sketched out stuff, like more cinematic. Like Mark punishes Ethan, where he uploads a video late, so he's just like, "I have to teach you a lesson," and then all like him punching him repeatedly as the video ends. That's great. And towards the end, near Camp Unus Annus, there's this one video where it starts getting crazy. That's really where it starts getting crazy. Like, there's good stuff throughout, like Pisana, which is when they came back, where they, for some reason, well, basically because they said it, they're like, oh, we're gonna have to have a sauna in our pee. So that's what they came back to do after quarantine, which was honestly weird and hilarious at the same time. Then they kept going, and then Camp Unus Annus. There was this one video that kind of started it all, I'd say it picked up. It's called How to Start a Fire, Except Don't, where there was this one shot of, like, they're talking about sinning to get the fire because the devil and all that. And then Mark pulls out his knife as Ethan in a suit appears behind in the window as Ethan talks about the repercussions of killing man. And then it cuts to black as suit Ethan, I'll call it Unus, looks right at you in the window. And everyone went insane. And then right after that, Mark's outdoor escape room, where Mark hunts Ethan as he slowly devolves into his feral state. And that's where hunting He-Who leads to, where Mark's running around naked in the woods for some reason. I guess he just felt like doing that. And it's like a documentary, and Ethan comes back to try and rescue Mark from his de-evolution. And then from that moment, that also leads to the Halloween videos. And the Halloween videos are probably the best. I'd probably put those, except for Ethan Becomes a Man, those are my favorites. Scarecrow is great, Pumpkin Spice Challenge, Mark's mom is really funny. Ocean was also good, but Cryptid Olympics. They went ghost hunting twice, one really early on at an abandoned zoo, and then one in the Halloween, and they called it Phasmophobia because that game finally came out. And then there's Edward Pumpkin Hands, where they carved terribly. Well, it looked good, it's just they strapped knives to their hands. And then costume contest, and then Ethan kidnapped Mark. It's the reversal of when Mark hunts Ethan in his outdoor escape room, and it's just so great. Because Mark is generally better at setting things up than Ethan. It's pretty clear here because he, like, breaks out of the first challenge, and he's like, oh, I'm already done. And he's like, what? How do you already get done? And it's just so funny to watch Ethan try to recreate what Mark does, though he's really out of his element. And I love those type of videos, too, when someone's just, like, acting all crazy and hunting them down. And then there's the truth of Unus Annus, which is set right after that. And it reveals that they wanted more time, too. That's why I said it at least 3 times before then. And it's just so great. That is quality, but now it's gone, so you can't see it. Unless you were there. And if you were there, tell me your favorites down in the comments below. Other Unus Annus fans, tell me what you liked. Tell me what you hated. Because we're the only ones who can really remember it, and we're the ones who have to pass it on to those who can't see it anymore, because it's all gone. And then they kind of slowed it down, made it more serious, except for maybe Unus Annus Last Supper and roasting each other. But they peaked the quality there. It's just they sat down, talked to you for like 25 minutes about the end of the channel, about everything they learned. And it was honestly really cool. Honestly, It was really cool to experience it. And then they led to their last videos. They said their goodbyes. They did a final fitness test. They recreated their first video again. And then finally, the Unus Annus sleepover, where Mark had never had a sleepover, so they just hung out. They just hung out the final video. That's kind of fitting, because they're doing all this crazy stuff, and then it's just kind of chill. And then it leads into the live stream, and it's perfect, because they're just hanging out, talking about the year, slowing it down for those final moments. And in those last moments, they didn't even know what to say. It had been 12 hours. And they had said everything that needed said. They were just slowly waiting for like the last 30 minutes for that clock to finally drop. And yeah, that was Unus Annus, making random stuff every day. No matter what it is, just posting it out there. They created their own sensory deprivation tank. They made Minesweeper. They searched for a needle in a haystack. They drank their own pee. They did Beyblade nutball. Got hot stone massages. Got attacked by a bear in the middle of the night. They had a grip strength test. They shared a drink. They had a dunk contest. They bleached their clothes. They had a space program. They shaved each other with straight razors. They read Hooked on Phonics. They looked at how big a nuke could get. They took a personality test. They had a YouTuber Hunger Games. They got pepper sprayed. They solved the ultimate trolley problem. They looked at lost memes. They did so much. But now, it's finally time to say goodbye. Unus Annus is now gone, but its slogan, Momento Mori, means remember death in English. And that's what we have to do. We have to remember its death. Remember not just its death, but also its life. And all the people that it's affected, the 4.5 million. We just have to continue on. We have to remember to live, but also remember that everything will come to an end. It was a great year. And I'm so happy that I was a part of it. I'll use their death, their time. I'll use that to inspire me to do more. Because I still have lots of my life ahead of me, but I can't waste it. None of us can. You should all do the things that you want to do the things that you can do, help the people you want to help. Because all of our clocks are ticking. Doesn't matter when, but we will all eventually run out. So, live your life to the fullest. And Momento Mori, Unus Annus.